Writing, Thomas Whitmore thought he was walking into an empty cafe for the last time. The night before his heart procedure, he carried a folder filled with transfer papers and carefully prepared instructions. For weeks, he had convinced himself that everything depended on him. If he was gone, the dream would disappear too. That was what frightened him most. Not the hospital, not the uncertainty, the dream. He placed the folder on a table and walked upstairs to finish a few final tasks. An hour later, as he stepped onto the staircase, he froze. Light filled the room below. Voices echoed through the building. Music drifted through the air. The cafe was supposed to be empty. Instead, it was alive. Thomas slowly descended the stairs and stared in disbelief. Olivia was arranging sheet music near the piano. Henry was organizing books and activity schedules. Jack was moving tables while volunteers prepared decorations. Customers, retirees, musicians, teachers, and neighbors filled every corner of the room. No one had been asked to come. No one was being paid. They had simply shown up. On the wall hung a large calendar covered in handwritten notes. Every day was filled. Music nights, reading groups, community gatherings, volunteer shifts, events stretching months into the future. Thomas looked at the crowded room and quietly asked, "What is all this?" Henry smiled and held up a clipboard. "The schedule," he said, "for while you are away." In that moment, Thomas realized something that changed him forever. The place he had built no longer belonged to him alone. It belonged to everyone standing there. For years he thought he was protecting a dream. What he never understood was that the dream had already grown beyond him. His eyes drifted toward the blue scarf resting beside the piano. Margaret had once told him that the best dreams were never owned. They were shared. Standing in that room, surrounded by people who refused to let hope disappear, Thomas finally understood what she meant. He sat at the piano and began to play. The room fell silent. As the music filled the cafe, the fear he had carried for so long quietly disappeared. For the first time in many years, he knew everything was going to be all right.